Hello everyone, my name is Waleed, and in today's video, I'm gonna be explaining what to do if you just got out of a binge eating moment, or if you accidentally ate way over your diet and you overate, and now you're sitting there wondering, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I'm so fucked. Now the reason why I'm making this video is because this actually happened to me really recently, around 4 days ago, where for around a good month, I think, I was perfectly consistent on my diet. I was eating healthy, I was eating low calorie stuff, I was consistently hitting my calorie goal. For those of you guys that don't know, I'm actually on a cut right now. So I've been hitting, I've been doing everything good, I've been hitting everything consistently, but just one day where I accidentally let things slip. I was low on sleep, I was hungry, it was cold, and I was outside in this Japanese Asian supermarket, and I just gave up. At first I was like, okay, let me just eat a little bit, but as you know, when it comes to eating sweets especially, once you have one, it's sort of hard to only have one. So I ended up eating around 4,000 calories that day when I'm only supposed to be eating 1,800. So I remembered, because now obviously I know what to do, but I remembered way back then when during my first cut, when I started panicking because I genuinely didn't know what to do. I was searching up online everywhere, and nobody could really give me a clear, concise answer. So I had to figure it out on my own, and then now I'm gonna teach you guys what to do. Now, what I'm gonna be doing is really simple, okay? I'm gonna be giving you guys the my advice on what to do, and then I'm gonna give you what really works, right? Because let's say you don't like my advice, because that happens occasionally, right? You listen to some advice, you don't like it, even if the person might have a point or this and that, but you're hard set on doing it, making up for what you've done. So I'm gonna be giving you both in this video. Now, why should you listen to me? Well, I've been lifting for around 2 to 3 years, and I've built a pretty good physique, and I'm just here to teach you guys about fitness. So if you guys are interested, subscribe, and I will keep making these videos. Tip number 1 is don't starve yourself, okay? A lot of people think that, okay, I overate, the next couple of days I won't eat. What this does is it'll fuck up the rest of your diet for a while, okay? Because what happens is, okay, you binge ate one day, and then you decide to starve for the next day, the next 2 days. Now you're even more hungry. Now you have even more temptations. Now you're even more likely to binge eat. And then it also offers a cope in your head, which is okay, I binge eat, I can just starve for the next 2 days and it'll be fine. When in reality, you should figure out how to avoid binge eating, which I will make a video on that, but figure out how to avoid binge eating, and then you will be successful. But starving yourself is never the answer. Literally just the next day, go back to eating the same amount of calories that you have set for that day. Don't change anything. You had one mess up, it's not that big of a deal. And that leads me to point number 2, and just realize that it's part of the process, okay? Losing weight isn't a linear graph. It's more ups and downs, ups and downs. If it was linear, then everybody would be doing it, right? It wouldn't be hard at that point. So what happens is you might have a really good period of just perfectly eating, doing everything right, and then you slip up one day. And because you slipped up that one day, and depending on how you take it and depending on what your mindset is, that might lead you to a downward spiral. Now, what do I mean by this? You binge for one day, and then you're okay, I fucked up my diet. I might as well binge the next day because I already binge it, so there's no point I already messed up my whole diet, so I might as well start this day. Might as well start this day, might as well start this day. And then eventually it just reaches to a point where now you just don't want to diet anymore. And I've seen this happen multiple times with people. So just realize that it's part of the process, and nobody is perfect. The most shredded people on the planet still fuck up on their diet, and they just know how to keep calm, realize it's part of the process, and keep eating in their calorie deficit in order to stay lean. A lot of beginners have this thing where they're really hard on themselves. They expect it to be super perfect from day one. in reality, losing weight is just like anything else. It's a process. It takes time, and you're bound to make a bunch of mistakes. So keep that in mind while you're trying to lose weight, and don't be too hard on yourself. Number 3 is learn what your triggers are. And what do I mean by this? Well, there are certain things that you do that'll make you hungrier, or that'll make you want to eat the junk food, right? For example, if like your favorite food is ramen, right? Because it is mine. Don't like have ramen in the house, because you're more likely to just go and make it and cheat on your diet. So figure out what triggers you, right? If going to a supermarket makes you hungrier and it makes you like accidentally like buy extra snacks, then eat before you go to a supermarket. If going to like a specific store where like it has your favorite snacks and you know that you can't resist, if going to that store causes that trigger, just don't go to that store. It's simple sacrifices that you have to make in order to lose weight. For me, it's chips and like sweet things. So what I do is I just have none of that in the house. And thankfully the weather is cold enough to the point where it's really not worth like going out and buying it. And if for whatever reason I do go out and buy it, then it'll be worth it. And yeah, just be wary of what triggers you. Now we're on segment number 2 of the video. What really works, okay? Now, what do I mean by this? I'm the type of person who, if I binge, I'm gonna punish myself for the next couple of days. I'm gonna make sure that I get back on track and that this binge didn't affect my diet at all. I don't wanna I'm trying to get out of this cut. I don't wanna stay in this cut for a while. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make up for what I just ate by doing certain things that'll make sure that I get back on track. Now, some people like to do cardio to make up for it, which is fine. I don't do cardio for weight loss. I think it's ridiculous. I'll just eat less. But what I do, okay, is the thing about weight loss, it's not a daily thing. Okay, like you don't lose weight daily. It's more of like, depending on how many calories you had throughout the week will determine if you've lost weight. So all you have to do is like sacrifice the amount of extra calories that you had and then take it away from the rest of your days, right? Let's say that you're like me and you're eating 1,800 calories and you accidentally ate like 1,000 calories over extra, right? All you have to do is take 500 calories away from the next 2 days. It'll be as if you never had the binge day. And that's personally what I'm doing right now. It's what I did. And that's how you can effectively binge without like really breaking your progress or anything. If you're interested in personal training and having somebody help you lose weight, as you can see, I'm experienced when it comes to losing weight. I've helped one other person lose weight. But if you're interested in having a personal trainer, somebody who will help you throughout the whole process and guide you through the harder things that aren't really discussed in like online spaces when it comes to losing weight, sign up for my personal training program and I will help you out. However, if the price does seem a little too steep, what I recommend is you will go to my training program. Right now I have one, how to gain weight. It's basically like a bulking program, a gaining weight program for people who are skinny, but I will be making a fat loss program, so keep an eye out for that. Subscribe to be notified of that, and I will see you guys next time.